Today, we go to the centre of what was Londonvig in the 7th century, and we go way back in history. We're visiting Covent Garden in central London. Are you ready? Stick with us. Here we go. Here we're on James's Street, looking up towards the London Underground station at Covent Garden, where you can get off, which is on the Piccadilly line. And as we turn and look at the shops, there you go, there's Covent Garden. Let's make it quite clear from the start that whilst you can get some things here that are not too expensive, if you're coming to Covent Garden to go exclusively shopping, either one, you've got lots of money to spend, or two, you hadn't realised how expensive it's going to be. But it's a brilliant place to come and look around. And there you go, there's a Dior shop, and there's Chanel in there, and there's various other ones you probably want to go window shopping as well. So let's take a look around. It's fantastic coming to Covent Garden. Right, let me just point out for all you tech fans, on the right hand side underneath the arches, that is the Apple shop at Covent Garden. So if you want to go and have your fix of tech whilst you're here, then that's great. Couple of phone boxes, but also for some really good pictures as well. Like so much of London, building going on and renovations and new people coming in all of the time. One of the things they've added, which I really like, are these wooden huts. Now they've put these around the outskirts of Covent Garden, and these are great places if you want to get some street food, if they're selling that, or alternatively, as you can probably see here, yes, this is a sushi place, but the one next door helps to sell champagne. Now we've come here, it's a beautifully warm day, blue sky, etc. So Covent Garden is also another great place if it's a really hot sunny day and you're thinking, oh, I want to get out of the sun, but I want to go and see something. Covent Garden is a great place to go because you've got loads and loads of places with some great shade as well. Now here we're taking one of the alleyways into the North Hall, but this is the original charter of Covent Garden, which was done between the traders and also the people that owned Covent Garden. And if you want to spend your time and read it, it will tell you what you can and can't do here at Covent Garden. Like so much in London, it's another one of the pieces of history that so many people walk by, just like that lady there did. I love it, with all the cobblestones, it really does take you back to olden times. Right, we're heading over into the corner here, and in the northeast corner is the entrance, the back entrance to the Royal Opera House. The main entrance is around the other side of the Covent Garden Piazza, but this is the back entrance into the Royal Opera House. It was constructed as the Theatre Royal back in 1732 and still exists in the same place. Now, taking you around the Covent Garden Piazza, this area was actually laid out in 1630 and it was the first modern square in London to be built. Now within, which we'll look at later, was the New Market, and it was in 1654 when market traders set up for the first time, and they set up stalls against the garden wall of Bedford House. The great thing about this part of Covent Garden is they quite often have different parts, different exhibitions on, so it's worth just having a look and Googling and seeing what's actually happening. And I know for summer 2021, if you're watching this video beforehand, they're going to be having a big Harry Potter exhibition of some of the photos from behind the scenes from the films that people haven't seen before. Right, the building on the left-hand side and the entrance straight in front, which says museum, is actually a museum. It's the London Transport Museum. If you get a chance to go in there, it's phenomenal. And the other great thing about going in there as well is that children are free and adults you pay. But I'll put a link in the top right-hand corner to our video on the London Transport Museum. And just to prove what I said was right, there you go, it's the London Transport Museum. If you're coming down to Covent Garden, don't do what a lot of people do, which is head directly for the halls, where you'll see in a minute there's lots of different things that you can see in there, including shops and market stalls, etc. But do walk around the outside, because this is just beautiful. Just take time to stop and look at the architecture. Most of the area around the Covent Garden market is actually pedestrianised, but here's a bit of street where cars, taxis, etc. do come down, so do be careful, and that's coming up from Southampton Row, so just be aware of that if you're walking around here and you're busy looking at the scenery. Don't get hit by a car. Coming up here on the left hand side is St Paul's Church. Now this part is really famous in Covent Garden because this is where most of the street buskers and entertainers will perform for crowds. At the time of filming this, which is in June 2021, obviously with the pandemic on, there was hardly any tourists in London, so this area is extremely quiet, and it was quite sad actually seeing some of the street performers performing to just 1 or 2 people. But, it's well said, the show must go on. Within Covent Garden itself, there are 2 main hallways. This, the South Hall, and the other being the North Hall, which we'll have a look at in just a couple of seconds. Both are different, but the South Hall has these areas, so you can sit downstairs and you can go and eat. Remember what I said earlier, it's not going to be cheap, but some of the food is delicious. Now you've got this part here, which is by St Paul's Church, and it's just sort of the restaurants and things like you can go and sit down there. The part on the other side you'll see in just one second often has live music going on. So down here in front of that Whittard shop you have musical entertainers, normally classical music entertainers. Now if you stop and watch, that's great, but do beware that people will be around with baskets asking for donations and also selling their versions of their CDs, etc. as well, just to help finance the buskers, so just be aware of that. Covent Garden is also another one of those great places to come if it's raining because there's always things happening, but don't be fooled, everyone will have the same idea as well. So we're now going to go down the central aisle where most of the shops are. So most of the shops are 2-fronted because they either have an entrance in the North Hall into here, and they have an entrance on the South Hall and into here as well. So you can get into them in 2 ways. And as you can see, it's very quiet. So it's a great time to come up to London if you're thinking about it now. If you're coming in, you want to come and see the world and just come and sit back, then there is a pub upstairs called the Punch and Judy, which you can get into from the end here, and it takes you up above the piazza, and then you can look down over the buskers working just in front of St Paul's Church here. Here in the North Hall you have the Apple Market, and this is brilliant to come and have a look round and come and see some of the creativity and some of the different market traders that they have. Normally on a Saturday and Sunday this is absolutely packed with different market traders, so just bear that in mind if you're coming down here. If you're coming to London, you've been to Covent Garden before, it's just one of those places that you can come back to time and time again. And we as a family just seem to be hypnotised by this place and love coming back here, especially at Christmas because the decorations here are also amazing. Really hope you've enjoyed our view of Covent Garden, and it just gives you an idea. Yes, it's got shops, but it's also got some great entertainment as well. And if you like to get out and about around the shops in London, then I've put a link to a playlist up on the top right hand corner of some other shopping things you might like to do in London as well.